Sairam Brother Rajinder.
So,
Welcome to the program of Unite and Inspire. Can you share with us how you first came into contact with Satya Sai Baba?
so the first time I came to know about Satya Sai Baba was in 1984. I was then 24 years old and I was joining tabla classes. I was joining tabla classes at the Indian Culture Center in Suriname. There was then a dance teacher, Mrs. Purnima Pandey, who once came to my house, and then we had a little chat about spirituality. For some reason, we started to talk about Sai Baba. That time, we knew only Shirdi Sai Baba, not Satya Sai Baba. Then she told us that there's a small group in Paramaribo who is doing satsang kirtan someplace. After informing, we thought to visit that place. The next week, we visited that place. When I came there, I saw some people sitting on the ground doing some kirtan, and then I first saw a picture of Sri Satya Sai Baba. I thought, oh my God, my people has lost it. How can somebody worship this man with a big afro? I thought, oh my God, no, how can somebody worship a human being? At that time, I visited, we sat, they sang bhajan. It's nice to hear. After that, getting some prasadam. The first time we had vibhuti, and we went home. And after some months, I got my first book, Sai Baba the Wonder Doer. It's in Dutch, I think in English it must be Sai Baba Man of Miracles. That was my first contact with Sri Satya Sai Baba.
Very nice, Brother Rajinder. Do you mean you was already you knew Siri Sai Baba?
Yes, my dad had a picture long time ago of Shirdi Sai Baba, but I never know about Satya Sai Baba. And that was the first time I saw a picture of Satya Sai Baba. But Asha, my wife, had one at home at their mother's home. Her sister had a picture of Satya Sai Baba, which we never know about. She had just a picture. And after that, I came to know, oh, they have a picture of Satya Sai Baba. But they even did not have any information of Satya Sai Baba.
Very nice, Brother Rajinder. Thank you so much for sharing this with us. Now we know that a lot of devotees who are familiar with Sai Baba have a lot of experiences.
Yes.
Can you please kindly share with us two of your most memorable experiences with Satya Sai Baba?
I never went to Prashanti Nilayam because of the teachings of Sai Baba, Satya Sai Baba. He always said, you don't have to come to me, I will come to you. So I never made an effort to go to India. But I had two dreams about Satya Sai Baba. And one time I had a dream where I was touching his feet. I was doing Pat Namaskar. And another dream I had when it was in Suriname, when there was a Mela, a festival, and I met Sai Baba, and Sai Baba embraced me. He held me in his hand. And that was for me the darshan, what I needed. And always I'm saying this, and I'm getting goosebumps. And that was the darshan, what I always thought. No, Sai Baba said, you don't have to come to me, I will come to you. And these are those experience what I have with Satya Sai Baba. And another big experience in my life, is that when I got married in 1982 with my beautiful wife Asha, and for some reasons we couldn't have children. We went, we checked everything medically, everything was okay, but for some reasons we didn't have children. In 1993, I'm working at the income tax office. My wife also is working there. Now we are retired. At that time in 1993, the government sent us to Nikeri. Nikeri is the border district with Guyana, and to service there for 5 years. It was in January 1993 when we went there to work, to live and work there also. And it was in March or June when Dr. Gadia and Swami Brahmadev came to Suriname to do the opening of the Sai Kripa Mandir in Paramaribo in Suriname, the first Masai Mandir in Suriname. I was that in Nikeri, and some devotees, some bhakts of Swami Brahmadevji invited Swami Brahmadevji to come to Nikeri, but nobody knew Dr. Gadia. So a friend of mine phoned me in Nikeri and told me that Dr. Gadia is coming to Nikeri and he is a big Sai Bhakt. So go and meet him. So those person had a satsang. Those person had a satsang where Swami Brahmadevji spoke, and also Dr. Gadia. Dr. Gadia came. He told everybody about Sri Satya Sai Baba, because some persons only in Nikeri knew about Satya Sai Baba. And because I was new there, I was 2 or 3 months there living in Nikeri, I didn't have any friends, etc., etc., nor did I have families. So for me, I was glad that somebody came and talked about Sri Satya Sai Baba, and that was Dr. Gadia. After the satsang, then me and my wife Asha, we went to Dr. Gadia. We asked if we can have a little talk with him. And my wife Asha told Dr. Gadia that we are married for so long time, but we also have a wish for children, because for some reason we were married but we didn't have children, and that was very hard for us. He gives my wife vibhuti and give her some mantra. When you go home, say this mantra and use the vibhuti. Then he looked at me and he told me, Dr. Gadia told me, घर पर कीर्तन करना, start kirtan at home. I shook my head yes, but my mind said no, because I thought, how I gonna do kirtan at home? I don't have anybody in Nikeri. I don't know anybody. How I gonna start kirtan doing at home? I told him yes, but my mind said no. And here we'll see the Leela of Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba, His lila comes like a present, but also sometimes like a pain. My wife became sick after 3-4 months. Very sick, depressed. She couldn't sleep at all. She became suicidal. It was very hard for me. Sorry, no, you can, because I was alone, I phoned my parents. Mom, Dad, my wife is sick. I need your help. They came the next week. They came direct. They came, they took my wife, they brought her to Paramaribo. And after a month, she came back again. When my wife came back after a month from Paramaribo, then I thought what Dr. Gadia had told me. Start kirtan at home. I had a typewriter. We didn't have a computer that time. I had a typewriter, and I began to type the first mantras, starting how we start in our center, the first mantras and easy bhajans. And because where I was living in Nikkei, everybody was from Paramaribo, you know, my age people, you know, and some of them were in an Indian classical group. So I talked to them, I want to start kirtan at home. They were very happy, but you know, they know we have music, dhol, harmonia, etc., etc. And then in August 1993, we're doing a rehearsal, the mantras and the bhajan, for 3 or 4 months. In those 4 months, the group has grow from 4 families to every Thursday between 70 and 90 persons in my living room. Because this was new to the people. The bhajan was beautiful, and the chorus also, and with a music group, whole harmonia, very good music, so people liked it. So in 3 months, 4 months, the group has grew so big. And then we thought, no, we have to start officially with a center now in Nikkei. In February 1994, we started officially with our center in Nikkei. And that time, we did it in our living room, and people kept coming. We had almost sometimes between 100 and 120 persons attending the kirtans. After doing kirtan for 1 year, almost 1 year, we got blessed. We got blessed by Baba. And one day she told me, Rajinder, I didn't have my period for 2 or 3 months. I think I'm pregnant. I said, go and check. So we're working, and she went to check, and she came with the result. Said, Rajinder, I'm pregnant. Oh wow. That was the biggest blessing we had, and the experience of believing and doing kirtan at home, and which I thought I could never do it, but we did it together with everyone. And that was, I think, the most beautiful moment in our life. And after that, we still did doing the kirtan. We we got help from everybody, but we had problem because when in Nikeri, the medical service there was very bad. We didn't have a gynecologist, and I had to come to Paramaribo special with my wife for medical checkup. I didn't want to stand. I didn't want that she must have her give childbirth there in Nikeri, because the medical service was a little bad, and I didn't want to be in a time if there will be a problem that I have to choose between my wife and my kid. I didn't want that. So I asked the head office in Paramaribo if it is possible that I can return to Paramaribo office. When I told them that, listen, and after so long time, after 13 years marriage, we are getting our first child, and I want to be secure medically also. Then they gave me the my yes to come to Paramaribo and start working here in Paramaribo again. In September 1995, I came back to Paramaribo. We attended here every kirtan in Paramaribo, and in November we had the Akhand Bhajan. I think it was 4 and 5 November 1995. We attended, my wife also pregnant. We stayed for 24 hours at the mandir attending the Akhand Bhajan. And the 7th of November, the doctor told her, you have to be in the hospital because soon you're going to give birth to your first child. On the 8th of November, our first child was born, Satyam. We called him Satyam because of Satya Sai Baba. So I used Satya, then the name of Satya, to name him Satyam. And so his name is Satyam. And after 1 year, my wife got pregnant again in 1997 in January. She gave birth to our second child, Nilam. We named her Nilam because of Nilayam. So we told, okay, no, we don't gonna name her Nilayam, but we're gonna call her Nilam. We birth original from Nilayam. Both of my children are linked with Baba. And nowadays, I enjoy my children. We talk about spirituality, we sing bhajan, and they are also good artists, singers in Suriname. I think this is our biggest blessing, what we had, and biggest experience with our beloved Swami, Sairam.
Sairam, brother Rajinder, wow, wonderful experiences shared, especially about the two children you have, Neelam and Satyam. Actually, Baba's name was Satyam.
Yes.
And childhood name was Satyam, Satyanarayan Raju.
Yes.
So, brother Rajinder, wonderful experiences you shared with us. We get goosebumps. And just a question, you mean that Dr. Gadia came to Suriname and he was a devotee of Satya Sai Baba?
Yes. Yes. Dr. Gadia was a devotee of Satya Sai Baba, and what he told us was that he was living in Africa, or he was in Africa, and he met an accident with a train, with his car and a train, and he died. That is what he told us, and he died. And what he remembered, that an African man came to him and he told him to stand up, and he wake him up, and he was in the hospital. And after a time, after some years, when he saw a book, and he recognized that man, and the man was Sai Baba. That is what he told me. And one thing what I remember what Dr. Gadia told me, it's a very beautiful experience, and that is one what we have to teach also ourselves. That time when Dr. Gadiati came to Suriname 1993, is that he told them that for 30 years he didn't become angry. He was practicing that. He didn't become angry. So what people can say to him, he didn't become angry. I tried it. For me, it was, wow, how can somebody not become angry in one day? And Dr. Gadia didn't become angry in 30 years. I tried this also at home. Because when I heard this, I couldn't believe that. I tried this. I tried this. I kept it only for 4 or 5 months. I think because you have to meditate, you have your anger, what you get, you have to lose it someplace. And my wife told me something, and I shook up. I told her something, and I know, oh my God, I broke my promise. I became angry. So it is a hard lesson to do, to not become angry.
Thank you so much, Brother Rajinder. Thank you
Sayang.
so much. As wonderful experiences, as you telling us so much beautiful experiences, I want to ask you the question: what does Satya Sai Baba mean to you?
Sai Baba is the number one person in my world. We know that he is the avatar of the Kaljuk. Everything what I do, I'm thinking about the teaching of Bhagwan, and if it is right or wrong. So because everyone have the ability to see what good is and what is wrong. So I do everything the way how we have learned from the beginning in our center, and the books what we read, all the satsangs, the positivity, and with the teaching we try to uplift ourselves spiritually, and everything what we can learn from also other religions to lift ourselves up, we take from that teaching. And you know, when you are home, when you stay with your family and you are in a spiritual environment, it is a positive environment. But the moment you step out of your house, you go outside, the negativity what you get from outside, you have to be very careful. And so you'd have to be calm. If you think you are going to say something to people, something bad, just say Om Sai Ram. You will cool down. And nowadays also I am following the serials of Shri Sai Baba on the television serial, so that every day you can charge your battery and go online and see what you can learn from the teachings of our Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Rajinder. As you know Sai Baba, you know that Satya Sai Baba has institution, has always said about education, educare, about devotion. How does practicing the teaching of Satya Sai Baba impacted and transformed your life?
The teachings of Sri Satya Sai Baba has a very positive influence in my life, because I always was a person who get angry very soon. Also at my children, sometimes my wife. But the last years, you are getting more involved with spirituality, with the organization, and your environment, your spiritual environment has a big impact on you and what you are as a human being. Because if your environment is not good, you can become a bad person. And our environment, me staying with my family and being with Sai families in my surroundings, has a good impact on our lives and the life of our Sai family and friends.
Thank you so much, Brother Rajinder. What advice would you give to the general public to create a better society, a more value based society?
I think to the general public, I have to say to respect each other and respect each other's religion, because we live with people with different religion. We must not harm people and also animals. We have learned in our organization to speak with love and be humble. And if you speak with love and be humble to people, people will give that also to you. And that is the main thing what I think that we have to learn, and to give the advice to the general public to stay calm, be humble, say everything with love, and then you will get also the good response. So
Thank you so much, brother. Would you like to share anything else?
I am glad, I'm happy, because for some time I was not active in the Sai Baba organization, because when I was also a chairman in of Sri Ganesh Mandir. We had opened a center when I came from Nikeri. There was a family from Holland who came to Suriname. They had built a big mandir, and name of the mandir is Sri Ganesh Mandir. We then opened the center there, Sri Sathya Sai Baba Center to Kipoet. And from 1998, for 18 years, we were doing satsangs there. But every Thursday or every Sunday, when we had kirtans at these two centers, we always attend the kirtan and we stay in contact. And because once you start knowing Sai Baba, you never stop knowing Sai Baba and his teachings. Sayo.
Brother, thank you so much. As coming out of a musical family, and as you mentioned also your two wonderful children,
Yes.
blessed by Swami, which you got, would you like to sing a bhajan for us?
I have, yes, as I first told you, I have two beautiful children, Satyam and Neelam Matadin. They are good artists, singers in Suriname. They start singing in the Simon there. They start learning singing in the center. And if Brother Jai asks me to sing a bhajan, I will sure do that. I will do that. And I gotta try. नाम भजो हरि नाम भजो नाम भजो हरि नाम भजो नारायण साई नारायण नारायण साई नारायण नंदा नंदा मुकुंदा हरे नंदा नंदा मुकुंदा हरे नंदा नंदा मुकुंदा हरे वृंदावना साई बाबा हरे वृंदावना साई बाबा हरे.
Thank you so much, Brother Rajinder. Very nice. It was touching.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. The Sri Satya Sai International Organization of West Indies expresses his gratitude to you, Brother Rajinder.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.